Okay, so I'm going to do something that I call the Change Mini Lab. I'm going to show you a bunch of little experiments in order from 1 to 6, and then you can decide whether there's a chemical change, a physical change, or no change. So this is salt, okay? This is water. I'm going to pour some salt in. Remember, you got to look and see what it looked like before and what it looks like after. So now I'm going to stir it for a little while. Okay, so then you want to write down what you see after. That's experiment 1. Experiment number 2, I'm going to light a candle. I'm going to observe it, and then I'm going to blow it out. Okay. There's a candle. Can you see the flame? Hopefully you can. It's definitely hot. Let it burn for a minute. All right, I'm going to blow it out. What do you see? Did you see anything? Try that again. This time we'll maybe do it on a white background, see if it makes any better. You tell me what you see. I don't know if you can see it or not. Hopefully you can. And then, what else did you see? Let me light it one more time. And I'm going to blow it out. Okay, definitely could see it that time. All right, that's experiment number 2. Experiment number 3, I'm going to take some blue food coloring. I'm going to dump it in some water. You can see what it looks like. It's not quite uniform yet, but I'm going to stir it. Again, I can put a white background under it. You can tell me what you think. Okay, that's another observation. Now, finally, we have 3 sort of chemical experiments that we're going to do. Okay, this one on the list is number 4. This one on the list is number 5, and this one on the list is number 6. Okay, so you're going to have to observe. I'm going to do a couple of controls as well, just some copper with some water and some zinc with some water. Now, let's take a look at what happens when we add acid to zinc. And then we'll try adding some copper 2 sulfate, this blue solution, to zinc. And we'll also add some copper 2 sulfate to the copper. And as an additional control, we'll put a little copper here, copper 2 solution, so that you can just look and see what happens. Now, let's let it go for a minute. All experiments sometimes take time, but I think you can already see some changes. Remember, this is just water, right? So let's see. I'm going to poke this around a little. Pretty lame. I wonder if I should have used a higher concentration. We'll let it go. We'll see what happens. Okay, now, do you notice also if I'm going to poke them with a glass rod, I wipe it in between before I mix it with something else. Now, take a look at the zinc plus copper 2 sulfate. Does it look any different? Remember, this is just zinc and water. Okay? I wonder. For this one, I'm beginning to think that maybe I'll add a little higher concentration of acid. So hold on a sec. I want you to be able to see if there is an effect. So let's try just a drop of this. This is a higher concentration. And we'll see if that does anything. Hopefully it will. Okay. Now, take a look. What do you see happening? Let's get it real close. Can you see anything? I can see stuff happening. What's happening? You want to write down what you see. Definitely something's going on there. Again, I wiped this. This is just regular old zinc with water. You can look there and see if you think there's anything going on. I don't see much, but here's the zinc with the acid, that corner. Now look in the middle. In the middle, you had zinc with copper 2 sulfate. Look at the color of the solution, look at the color of the zinc, and compare that to the starting solution of copper 2 sulfate. Now over here, we've got copper 2 sulfate with the very last one with copper, and we got copper with water. So let's see. I'm gonna, again, clean this, and let's pull them out just to see if they look any different. So here is the copper. That was with water. Here's the copper that was set in the copper 2 sulfate. Okay, so let's get them nice and close. Okay, they pretty much look the same, in my opinion, okay? And the other way you can tell is look at this solution. Did the solution change color? If there was a reaction, there'd be a color change. We wouldn't expect a reaction in water or with either the copper or the zinc. Okay, so that's the end of the experiment. So now what you have to do, write your observations for all 6 things, and then you answer the questions, which are at the end of the lab.